We are back in Meet Your Maker universe. It is 9/4/2025, 5:30 p.m. We are time traveling. I don't know when I'm going to send this video, how far into the future. It's hard to say, but I figure Alice. Isn't that the penis drug? This is a good start. What's going on in the world right now? I don't know if I'll put this with the Meet Your Maker playlist. I might put this with the boys one, kind of a current event. I'm just kind of goofing around here. I'm trying out some background music too. Let me know if that comes into kind of an experimental part of this as well. I should have checked my loadout. That way. Investor Gate. See what kind of person we're dealing with here. I kill this music slightly down more. Okay. What's going on in the world? King Cobra, JFS, a popular YouTuber, or infamous YouTuber, I should maybe say, has passed away. Kind of a weird thing. Watched that dude off and on here and there. It was kind of an interesting dude. This. Okay, so that's to push you forward. Something's fishy about this dude. Wait, what is going on with this one? There's something I'm missing here. It fires from the center sometimes. Got here. Can you blow it up? This is to probably get me to lose stuff, so I'm gonna do that. That was maybe correct. Gonna be way more here to overwhelm me. There's something hidden here under this that'll come through that prioritize. I want to know what this is. Nothing. Yeah. Could be one to splash here, I'd say. There's something. What is going... I mean, that would be such an effective... Anyways. King Cobra JFS passed away. My father and your... also passed away. Sucks. Good dude. Art, I'm kind of memorializing this. You can kind of look back on it if you want to. And, yeah. Kind of remember what year time. I think it's been about maybe 40 days. 1 second. I'm just going to let this ad go because I don't want to get copyright. Okay. So we're all dealing with that. You guys are young. I wonder if you'll remember much of it. But, yeah, it was about 40 days ago. And, it was for annoying circumstances. Avoidable. So, you know, that's always a bummer, too. By now, you're old enough to realize what that is. Probably. Oh, that went fast. I actually thought I could duck back around there. Oh, wise choice with the Phoenix kit. Politics is kind of crazy right now as well. The U.S. And I don't know how old you are checking this, but U.S. is getting kind of spicy out here. Timeline is shaky, but that's why we're here. Gonna do what we gotta do. Okay, so that is... I didn't put this down. Old habits, huh? I need to bounce back on. Problematic. You know, actually, if he had made some of these a little bit more efficient, like starved me, he's got some really good stuff in here. It just needs refinement. And as I say that, well, want you to remember something, but you know, the refinement is something unique to your grandfather, and you should look him up on what he ended up refining. That's kind of an interesting segue into that, but we are know what I mean, and if you don't, look it up. It was always an interesting thing that I wanted to learn more about. I probably have his paper on it. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this would be good. I'm getting down to 1 bolt. So he's done the job. Just... okay. Needs a couple more pressure points, I would say. I gotta make sure I'm securing these. Unbelievable. I really thought I timed that right. Me. Okay, these come after. Okay. Right now. But, oh, dang it. I did it. There. Well, you know what? I'm going to turn this background thing off because I'm not risking that whole thing. Thought it'd be cool. It's not going to work. Well, RV, I'll save you. Wait for him to pass. He doesn't get started. So yeah, a lot of things happen around this time. And, you guys are doing great. Art, good kids. But I thought, it might be nice to have something. We struggled with your grandfather leaving memories behind. The joke that our family tries to be forgotten. I don't know if that's true, but there is something to be said that we're okay with kind of a, you know, we came, we lived, and that's all. You know, you don't need to do much more. Make space for the next guy, you know? But I do probably wish there was more data saved. That's a good spot. And if you put something else there... Yep, I was going to say. If this had been really... something else, you know? That would have gotten me. Like anything here. Like homing darts probably would have nailed me. But... Still a good base. You can tell, like... He's just got to refine it. Twice. Look at promoting. But yeah. So I'm gonna, you know, maybe I'll try and do some things for you. Mom's the one who really more about the wouldn't you like to have more media with him. That should have been like spikes and gotten me. There's a lot, you know. I'm not paying attention either. Okay. Okay. That part. This is, he's got the eye draws. There's something here, or should be. That the old... Or is that for after, I wonder? And he's got me... Oh, okay. Just an open... Unbelievable. But he's got good alerts on me. Definitely got me weirded out. Going real slow. So, you know, having that might be cool. I was listening through all the voicemails that he used to send. That was cool. And yeah, it's nice that we have that. You know, the tech where I was... How your mom got me to... Not how she got me to, but like really lock in on it was... She's like, would you have liked to have heard, you know, your grandfather or whatever talk and play and hang out with his buddies? I was like, oh, I would. So the tech is available. Why not, right? I gave a forget where your little soft points are. I gave your grandfather a book that was like one of those. What are they called? It freaks me out, that sound. Was like things I'd want to know about you, and it's just a book on, you know, what was your childhood like? What was it like growing up here? What are your favorite memories? You know, where'd you go to school, etc. And I knew the moment there's a lot of weird stuff here that could totally. This guy's good. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, he's gotten me once. I have a feeling he's going to get me on the exit if he does it right, but he's missing opportunities because I think he also could have killed me twice. I suppose I shouldn't be jumping into brutal right off the rip, huh? But you know how I be. I haven't played in a while, for the record. If this comes at a weird time, because I don't know when it. But I'm pretty damn rusty. Yeah, how, you know. Anyways, that book, and I knew the moment I handed it to him, he wasn't gonna fill it out. He wants to. He would have loved to, but I just know. Oh, is this an alternate path? So is this gonna... This... lava? This is not good, dude. There's a lot of bad. Oh, that is rude, dude. That is... Yeah. That's pretty good. That was such a good hallway. You know what I mean? The guy is good. He's got some, like, he could be a real killer here. What's this guy's name, by the way? Crazy Jupiter. I think I know this dude. That's really funny if I do. So anyways, I gave your grandpa that book. Knew he wouldn't fill it out. When I got it, you know, we were picking up his stuff. I opened it. It was completely empty. I was like, yeah, I fucking knew it, dude. No way. Because, you know, he just got distracted with stuff. He's always doing stuff. That was cool. That was what was cool about your grandfather. He's a really interesting, and you know, I can't give too many details specifically, but something. But I'm gonna fill that out. I'm gonna break that cycle. I will for sure. See what I mean? Right there is a good spot, and that's a problem. I got to go in. Oh, I didn't go far enough. Did reflex manipulation, is that the faster fire? I wonder. Dang. I'll fill that out for you though. We got a couple other things in the mix that hopefully if I stick to, you know, who knows with me, that you'll find very cool. One thing in particular, you will know as a tribute to kind of him, but I probably won't be able to complete it for a few years from now. So I'll be curious to see if this video is either a accurate prediction or a another time dilation on my behalf, you know. You gotta die, friend. So you. And then oh, there's like an assassin there or something. On the other side of that. So, anyways, he's a cool dude. I'm gonna try to play this while reviewing. I think it's this is not the one to do it on though, huh? That at least you'll have like somewhere where you can. Oh yeah, that got me the last. Ooh, baby, man, yeah. And then yeah. Yep. Fair. Fair. But yeah, cool dude. And I'm glad you guys got to know him. I hope you got some memories with him, but if you don't, I can fill them in, no problem. Really brilliant guy. Lots of good ideas. Fix anything, even if it was for a short period of time. He could. It was pretty impressive, and he was, in mine and other people's estimation, I think a genius, and that isn't hyperbole. His brain was crazy. Smart. And really cool dude, really kind dude. Great storyteller. Loved him telling stories. What else? Oh, yeah, that one explodes. I was like, what? How does that kill you? But that. Someone shot a dart at me. Oh, my God. What the? Yeah, a lot of cool things. Had a lot of cool ideas, innovated a lot of neat things, a lot of things with engines. Specifically, well, I guess I can't give too much information. In this particular case, it's unique enough that, but that's kind of what he did. That was neat. What else? For humble dude. And we covered the storyteller part. Woo! No, that happened once already. I already forgot. Whoa. Oh, okay, yeah, it's that one done. And then here? No. Stop the speedrunners, I take it. Right. I'll put this one on. I gotta be careful. It was a bomber, right, that got me? Oh, yeah, it was a bomber. Here? Really well liked by everybody. Really didn't have any enemies. A lot of his students came forward after he passed, and I still encounter his students out there because of our names. No. So sometimes when mine is seen, they always ask, "Is there any chance?" And it's like, yeah. And that was always cool because all of those interactions were always positive. You know, that's kind of a neat thing. Right. Bolts. Whoa, that freaked me out. The little poop in my pants, not gonna lie. Or hyperbole. Maybe not. You don't know. Beauty of recordings. Right. What else? Love sailing. Love boating. Be out on a boat. That was his jam. That was one of the terms of his retirement. Like he needed to be near a body of water. But yeah, you know, a lot of the neighbors came around and were, you know, most of what they said were just like, man, he knew so much. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's almost kind of feels like a library's burned down. It's so many unique pieces of knowledge. There was a really good story about when we were working on the house that you grew up in. We had to tear up the floors. We got it for a good price because the previous owners, they were just occupied with other things in their life. Understandably so. It involved one of their children, and they were a priority, and so the house really wasn't. And so we got it for a pretty amazing deal because we knew how to fix it up because of your grandfather. And one of the things... That's something? Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, bummer. Okay. I never found that bomber. Is he still out there? He must be. So one of the things was they had a lot of animals, and the animals had kind of wrecked the floors. They had been left for long periods. Like I said, there was a lot of commitment to making sure the one child was cared for, and so they just didn't have time for handling something. Like I wouldn't care either. Come on, Harv. And so the floors are pretty nasty. They had tried to cover it up by putting in new carpet, but they didn't replace the padding underneath. So when we ripped the carpet, the padding was atrocious, and then when we looked under the padding, it was like soaked into the Why do I feel like it was soaked well into the wood, and something's weird about. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, sorry. The problem is this doesn't open fast enough. Gotta remember how to. That also becomes. I push. Got it. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Holy crap, dude. Holy. That was... down there. I wondered about throwing it down there, and I knew I couldn't see this hallway. Boy, I put that... And they... Oh, I was homing, I wonder. Some minor adjustments. But this is a good builder. Totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the subfloor soaked with this peat. So we had to rip it up, and what we were gonna do, yeah, good, is, you know, pry bar it up, and we had tried really hard to get one panel up, and it took us probably an hour and a half, and we had like 8 more to go just on one room. And I was like, man, you know, the math was like, this is going to take days to get this, to pry it up. It had been stamped down so heavy, and the pieces were so large that it was just breaking off in small chunks. And in the spots where they're, you know, the animals had gotten to it, it had made it weaker, and then those parts were breaking off. So it was coming off in like small pieces. It sucked. But there were hard pieces that get to, but they were more in the center rather than on the seams where things had like dripped towards, with the grade, and then pooled and then weakened. So I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's gonna be, you know, a couple. Why did that pop that far away? Oh, because it's one. Oh, so you, yeah. Ah, that's funny. So I was like, man, what are we gonna do? And you know, he's there for a day. Got other stuff he's got to work on. And he's like, hey, your basement, it's not finished, right? And I was like, no. He's like, what if we get a jack and a 2x4 and we go down there and put the 2x4 in the jack and just jack it up? I'm like, what? I mean, I get the you know, the concept. Obviously, see, there's more stuff you could definitely put here to make this wild. In fact, I'm gonna remember. In concept, you're like, you know, what? And you know, you could do that. Would that work? And like, went down there, got a 2x4. Maybe it was a 4x4. I can't remember. Put it on a jack, jacked it up, was getting to the top. It was tight, and then pop, 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 pop. All the nails started popping, and I was like, oh my god, we got up a panel in like 30 seconds. Went to the next one, popped it in the same amount of time, and I was like, this would have taken me, seriously, I would have been prying at that forever. But he just, you know, I after working with him for a long period of time, his whole motto, well, he didn't say it, now I can because I can define it, was he trying to understand the entire system before he fixed something. So if it needed, I don't know, if you're like, I need to put more string in a weed kind of deal, you could do it by the manufacturer's way, totally. And this is a bad example. I'm realizing that even as I'm giving it. I see that spike over there too. He would be like, well, why do you need to do it this way? And then we'd be like, okay, so, all right, here's another example. Winterizing a vehicle, let's say a boat, like a water intake. You have to blow out the excess water and replace it with antifreeze. That's one option. But if you understand that the system itself is trying to remove the water from it, because when water freezes, it's a non-compressible, and so when it expands, it just breaks things apart. Water, when it freezes, you'll know that by now. But just to make it clear. That's why you have to do that. But if you didn't have antifreeze and you weren't able to pump it in, another alternative would be like, you know, getting an air system, sticking it, making that airtight, blowing it in with like a compressor at like a low compression, or pressure, I should say. And then you can at least get most of the water out in the same way that you'd kind of be pushing it out with the antifreeze. It's better to have the antifreeze in there, but, you know, understanding that system allows you to, you know, approach it with multiple solutions. And that was always what he was good at, coming up with those. And in turn, he inadvertently showed me that was a good way to check things out. And this is probably an appropriate game. Kind of ride that sentiment. It is one in which to try and understand it, you know? And that's what his whole thing was. And that was one base, dude. Wow, what a good base, actually. Like, you know, it's not pretty at all. But it is this, and it's that. Yeah, I would say so. Might do one. I didn't realize it could take me so long. So, oh yeah, this whole thing. What do you get? Do you get? Guess we'll find out. But yeah, he was really good at that. Whoa, whoa. I'm just doing a little walkthrough. Yeah.
Look how many coins you.
No. But you got homework, dude.
Playing. I know.
Finished all of it? Or two?
No.
Okay. Why don't you go and use your time, okay?
I know.
Okay. Alright. I'm playing right now.
Like.
Well, it is downloaded. That's yeah, I'm just going through it. Don't you? I am making a video. I'm making one right now, dude. Promise.
See that?
Okay.
4 of them?
I don't know, dude. Why don't you? You got homework, dude. Right?
Okay.
Love you. Finish up. We can hang. I know. It's actually a little later than that. That is one of you. I don't know. You are young. Say how old you are. But I guess you know, because I gave you the date. Yeah. You love Meet Your Maker. So that's you asking to continue playing. We only stopped playing because the content dropped off, and I was worried that what the. Oh right, this has like rads and stuff, huh? Yeah, let's do it. Clinic. Boghead. Yeah. What else? The clinic. Oh, this is like a nurse checking him in. That's super cool, dude. That's. We have here. Yuck. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Sucks. Unless the clinic is paint. Or it's like a self-assisted, you know, that's good spot. Good, good. If that knocked off a secondary, I think that'd be a really... To avoid the problems, I wasn't sure that double jump was going to get me out of that. Was also... Oh. Did miss that, right? Oh no, I got it. Huh. Other maybe second. Damn. Wait, this guy's getting me, like, consistently. Very good. This is a good player. Very good player. What the fuck are those, dude? Oh, yeah, those were the things that they had added at the very end, right? Those are Terrifying, dude. What the? That is cool. Well done. Oh, that's for pushing. I wonder if he timed that. He must have. Guarantee you. I think we know Spoghead. Could be wrong. No. Sir, unhand me. F back. Oh, what? This is wise. Sure. Uh-oh. Sit down, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh. That. Our little buddy. Oh, crap, dude. That sucks. That sucks for me. Whoa. That ramps up, dude. Holy fudge. That's crazy. In your noggin. Should have done that. Hot tuck. Lotta. Got me good. Now I have to go retrieve, which sets me up for another range across, which... Not ideal, Julia. Not ideal. What else you got? I mean, most things are expended. I have that in my favor, but... Foghead has proved to be a cunning warrior. No. I knew you'd try and secondary me. No luck. And that worked. Yeah. Okay. That's a automatic hit. Is that though? What is this? Something sees me and it drops. That laughed. It hit it though. Gonna see me and I don't have the bolts to fight. Don't know what it got me feel sweet. Worth. Now, I got to be careful. That what releases stuff? Thought so. Something going on with that, dude. That too. Very freaked out. I'll say that. 100. How? How the hell? What is this genius up? What has happened to me, your maker, since I left? Insanity, dude. Kind of fun. It's crazy that the community kept it going, but this was a cool game. Almost certainly not around anymore. It sucks, dude. Really good. Incredible setups. Now it's like genius level. Like that. Yeah, you are really setting these up well. Straight up. Crits? Okay. Surrounding the corner, not paying attention. And fellers. Need to find the safe spot first. Feels like it'll be. Okay, so we know up there is safe. I should explore now because I have a. But like. Hear what activated there. Is it a freebie? One of those you did good, son? Carry on. Don't mind. I'm gonna say my dad wouldn't have liked just an easy out here. I think that is in his favor. Garnering him strength in the afterlife. That's so. Alright, dude. You probably know by now as maybe a teenager, an adult, old man. Yep. That how I deal with things or did deal with making it. You know what? It worked most of the time. That was damn. Talk about that's crazy, dog. Twice did he get me? Where are my deaths? That was 100% that. And gotta be that. It's all of them though, for real. Alright, I'm gonna end there. Maybe if you seem like you're interested, I'm gonna ask your younger self if you need to continue kind of bringing up some things. If I'm interested, I'll do it. Maybe that's something you'll want as an adult. Your mom's pretty much got me convinced. I agree. Worth. You can get that down somewhere, you know? One time, so yeah, great job on that one. Lone Jack. Hey.